As the regular season comes down to a close, our mind is on one thing here at JMU, getting those W's. So today we're facing Miami University. We're going to take a quick look at the top 25. Arizona, believe it or not, is number 1, and Virginia Tech is number 2. Can't really think I would ever see that in real life. In the virtual world, though, that's what's happening now. Utah is number 25. Word in the street is we're sitting around number 28, 29 in the overall standing. So if we can get a win today and possibly next week, we can get ourselves back in there. Now we have Todd Bailey visiting, a 4-star running back, number 16 in the nation. And if we get over 100 rushing yards, we're getting a 200-point boost for that guy. With Khalid Abdullah being a senior, we've got to get the next person to step in and fill his role. But look at Cardon Johnson. Cardon Johnson says, don't forget about me. I'm trying to get that spot. One of the best young kick returners in the nation. Cardon Johnson goes 40 yards to give us great field position. Now Khalid Abdullah, as we just mentioned him earlier, 15 carries, 102 yards, and 3 touchdowns last week. He's on top of his game. Now a quick pitch here to Khalid Abdullah. Joe Disher throws it out to him. Khalid Abdullah's making guys miss. Khalid Abdullah is going to go to the house to start the game. The second play of the ball game, Khalid Abdullah goes 50 yards in for a touchdown. 812 yards in the season so far with 14 touchdowns. He's been a beast. He hasn't been super productive in terms of yards every single game, but to be honest, you can't really be mad at Khalid Abdullah. Don't knock his hustle. He's been a huge part of this team so far. But look at this, Miami University finding a way to get the ball down the field. Marcel Johnson in on the tackle, but not before Wally Cunningham gets 30 more yards on that play. So many big rushes so far. We've got to play better defense. Now here to the fullback, he's going to go 13 yards on the play to get them in the red zone. On 3rd and 7, we've got a blitz coming. The quarterback, Bob Long, overthrows it. His first pass on the day, believe it or not. So they have to settle for a field goal here. This one's going to be up, and that one is going to be good. So here in the first quarter, we have a 7-3 lead. Now back on offense, Joe Disher at quarterback. Running out to the right-hand side, sees a guy way downfield, and he finds Rashard Davis, who gets 2 feet inbounds for a 19-yard reception. Now 1st and 10 again here for Joe Disher. Going deep across the middle, he finds Ishmael Hyman, the big play threat Ishmael Hyman. 33 yards. Joe Disher, the young freshman, looking good so far today. And across the middle, the defender gets a hand on it, but Jonathan Kloosterman, the big fella, 18 yards there. Joe Disher is perfect on that drive, a good 4 for 4, and we go right down and score again. Now Miami University runs a pitch to the outside. They're going to break a tackle here, break a second tackle off Marcel Johnson, and the third tackle is Kyrie Hawkins coming in, cleaning up the play. But again, Miami University nearly has 100 rushing yards just here in the first quarter. They're going back to that triple option. We overcommit on the pitch, and they make us play. Bob Long finds a way to get down inside the 30. Triple option teams are some of the hardest to defend. You've seen teams like Navy use it quite consistently, and here again, they're marching down the field. So in the second quarter, Bob Long throws it deep out to the side, and Raven Green, he could have shut them down easily. Gets a deflection on the play, can't quite hold it in. Maybe that dude's too strong to actually intercept the ball. So the second drive in a row, Miami University is going to kick a field goal, and that makes it 14-6. Now on offense, we couldn't do anything, so Miami has the ball right back. Raven Green gets a big hit there on Joshua Allen. Now 2nd and 5, back to the triple option. They're in the open field. Bob Long holds on to it, and Marcel Johnson says, no, sir. If you come too strong to him, he's going to knock you out of this ball game. Now 1st and 10 again, they're getting some more yards here. Brett Siegel in on the tackle, but again, 17 yards. The story of today's game so far has been that no one can stop the rushing game, and again, Bob Long holds that triple option to himself. 12 yards in, gets a touchdown, and things are interesting because they have to go for a 2-point conversion if they want to tie it up. Now here in the 2-point conversion, got a man in motion. They go back to the triple option, and if we haven't defended early in the game, we sure as heck are going to defend it now, so they get the 2-point conversion. Now Sean McMahon with a beautiful catch there from Joe Disher, 21 yards down the field. On 1st and 10 again with a tie ball game. Disher out to the left side, and Rashard Davis drags both feet. Doesn't matter if that was in college or in the NFL, that one is going to count. Now 3rd and short, Disher surveying the field. Got a guy to the right, he finds Khalid Abdullah. Khalid Abdullah's going to show off the speed there. Gets down nearly inside the 20, 15 yards. And again, he's getting tons of yards for us already today. Now 1st and 10 inside the red zone, and Kloosterman again. Jonathan Kloosterman, I don't think he had a touchdown all season long, but he comes up with 2 big receptions here. Joe Disher, 9 for 12 on the day, 141 yards. Can you believe that this dude is only a freshman? Now Trevor Barrow misses. We miss again with the 3rd tackle. Awkward comes in, can't get that tackle. Charles Tudd get pushed out of bounds. We got Marcel Johnson and Kyrie Hawkins coming down, and they get the dual tackle there. 54 yards. The second quarter is getting ready to come to an end. They throw it deep, and they get 1 foot in bounds. So they're here on the goal line. What are they going to do? Back to the triple option, and Bob Long scores his 2nd touchdown of the day. What is up with our defense? We cannot stop this run whatsoever. It's going to be 21-21 here going into halftime. JMU's offense has been great. Our defense cannot give up big yards like they have so far today. We've got to make a big change. Now right now you can see that we're giving up way too many rushing yards. The passing yards have been okay, but this defense has to come correct. The coaches have been talking to them in the offseason and we're trying to get it going, but look at this Brett Siegel. Brett Siegel with the biggest play of the day, possibly of the season for him. He wasn't starting early in the season. He's come on strong, and that's why he's one of our starting linebackers. A huge play there, knocking down the pitch, and that's exactly what this team needs. Bob Long's getting chewed out by his coach. We're here in the red zone. Can we get something going? We got Rashard Davis in the wide receiver sweep. He's going to go to the edge. He turns the corner and scores. Rashard Davis a 12-yard touchdown run off the wide receiver sweep play. This is the spark that we needed. If Miami had scored here, it might have been a little dicey for us. We get a huge stop on defense. We get a huge play on offense. But look at this. Back to the speed option here. Marcel Johnson can't make the tackle. Kyrie Hawkins again. This dude is all over the field. He's one of our best defensive players. Kyrie Hawkins and Justin Wellens have been killing everybody all day. Now Marcel Johnson makes a stop there in the secondary. They got 2nd and 10 moving inside the red zone. Justin Wellens, though, we just talked about him. And he gets a big tackle for a loss right there. So 3rd and 10, it's a big play here for Miami University. Bob Long rolling out, throws it out to the left-hand side. Charles Tutt is going to go up and he catches it. Charles Tutt, the young fella, he's going to try and return this one. Probably should have stayed in the end zone. He gets taken down here, looks like at the 10-yard line. What are you going to do when you throw it to Charles Tutt? He's our big play defensive back, and he's only a sophomore. If this guy stays all 4 years, I have a feeling he's going to be an All-American, let alone one of the best players on the defensive side of the ball. Bob Long throws one on in the run here, and Rokeem Williams with the one-handed reception. Yup, that dude deserves some FaceTime there because that's a big play. So going into the 4th quarter, 28-21 lead for us. Miami's marching down the field. We've got to make a stop here. They go to the outside pitch again. Taylor Reynolds whiffs. Raven Green, though, slowing them down after 18 more yards. Now, their starting running back was injured this game, so Joshua Allen has been spelling them out. Now, another one to the right-hand side. Sam Martin got one earlier in the ballgame just like that, and he holds in 12 yards there. Now, 1st and goal. Tupa's in. Looks like Bob Long's out, and look at this, Justin Wellens. We just talked about him again after that tackle for a loss. Our 3rd forced turnover today. Justin Wellens says, peekaboo, now you see me, now you don't. He pops up and gets an interception. Now we've got the ball again. If we can score here, things are going to be out of reach there for Miami University. Now Khalid Abdullah gets the ball, goes up to the left, breaks a tackle. Got one guy here to beat on the edge. Can't get the block that he needs, but it's still enough for a monster 1st down. Now Joe Disher in the pocket, plenty of time to throw that ball. Shout out to the JMU offensive line. What a protection scheme they've had today. Now Joe Disher again throws a dicey one at Domo Taylor. We haven't seen much of Domo Taylor the past 2 weeks, but he gets 23 yards there as Domo Taylor fits it into a tight window. Now 3rd and 18, Domo, he gets hit. Looks like Kloosterman, he just steps out of bounds. Kloosterman could have got his 3rd reception touchdown of the day. Unfortunately, he gets stopped out here inside the 20. Disher rolls out to the right-hand side. He's got some room, gets a guy to miss. He's going to try and fight for the 1st down. He gets lit up there, stood up, depleted. But it's 12 yards here. Now 1st and goal with a minute 22. The read option works. We got great blocking, and Joe Disher is into the end zone. A 3-yard touchdown run. That's going to give us the 2-touchdown lead that we need, and things are not looking good for Miami. If they score quick, they have a chance, but shout out to Pittsburgh. We just talked about Tech being the number 2 team in the nation. They just got exploited today as they get blown out by Pitt. A ball here to the left, and Charles Tutt again. I told you guys he's one of the best playmakers in the nation. The 4th turnover that we forced today. Charles Tutt goes up and gets that one, gets 1 foot inbounds. That's all you need in college, and that is going to seal the game for us today, ladies and gentlemen. We had some emerging stars come out. Charles Tutt, Joe Disher's looking solid today. Everybody was looking good, even Brett Siegel. Shout out to Brett Siegel, Justin Wellens. Everyone was coming correct today. So we're going to walk out of here with a 35-21 victory. We had a couple recruits come in that you guys saw in the beginning of the video. They have to be pretty happy. Joe Disher again, 13 for 18, 200-plus yards, 2 touchdowns. Khalid Abdullah over 100 rushing yards on the ground, which is going to make that running back recruit feel pretty good. Hopefully we can land him. But as you guys saw, we had some emerging stars. Our defense played better in the second half. We're going to keep marching to try and get another 10-win season. Thanks for watching today's video. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on future videos. Hit the like button to share your support, and I'll see you guys in the next one.